Leon Frankel had a lifetime commitment to doing the right thing. This dedication led him to conflicts on opposite sides of the globe and earned him the gratitude of two nations. We are proud to share Leon's unique story and welcome him into the Minnesota Aviation Hall of Fame. Leon was born in 1923 and grew up in St. Paul. As a teenager, he first experienced powered flight in a Piper Cub out of Holman Field in downtown St. Paul. With a friend, he pooled $2 for a ride that would eventually change the course of his life. His fierce independence pushed him to graduate from Mechanics Arts High School in 1940 at the age of only 16 and join the workforce at the Gopher Ordnance Works in Rosemount. War struck in 1941. Despite the safety of his draft-exempt job, Leon felt compelled to serve. He volunteered for the Navy's V-5 Naval Aviation Cadet Program. With a high volume of volunteers, Leon began his flight training at Hibbing Junior College in the same aircraft that started his journey, the J-3 Cub. He soloed at Hibbing, and the Navy sent him to the University of Iowa for cadet training. From there, it was primary flight training at the Naval Air Station in Olathe, Kansas. Despite his commanding officer's objections, he eventually requested and received a transfer to fly the TBM Avenger, a three-person dive bomber. After carrier landing training, he was assigned to the USS Lexington. He first saw combat on February 16, 1945, during the U.S. Navy's first raid on Tokyo. After delivering his munitions on target through heavy enemy ground fire and aircraft, he escorted his commanding officer's crippled aircraft back to the carrier. He earned his first Distinguished Flying Cross. Later in the war, his flight was credited with sinking the Japanese Navy cruiser Yahagi and her accompanying destroyer. These actions earned him the Navy Cross, the U.S. Navy's second highest decoration awarded for valor in combat. After completing 25 missions, Leon received his second Distinguished Flying Cross. He was living a happy civilian life until he received a mysterious call one morning in 1948. On the other end was an agent requesting his service for the soon-to-be Jewish state of Israel. Again, he felt compelled to serve. Within weeks, he got his passport and was on his way to Czechoslovakia to train with the new Israeli Air Force. There, he and other members of the legendary 101st Fighter Squadron learned their new airframes, none other than the German-designed Messerschmitt Bf-109. As Leon sat in his German aircraft, wearing his German-made flight helmet and flight suit, he wondered, what's a nice Jewish boy from St. Paul doing here? Leon and other members of the 101st would fly over 25 combat missions during the Arab-Israeli War, preventing the annihilation of the country in the midst of its birth. After returning home, Leon married Ruth in 1951 and would eventually have two children. Leon was recognized by the State of Israel during its 50th anniversary for his contributions in the country's first days. While he passed away in 2015, Leon's legacy lives on in Minnesota's rich aviation history. Please join us in celebrating Leon Frankel's life as we induct him into the Minnesota Aviation Hall of Fame.